What is going on, y'all? It is me, Troy, and I'm here again with another video. Okay, of course I uploaded a video today. All right, and look, I got my handy dandy Sony PlayStation hat on, because y'all know I told y'all earlier this year I work for Sony PlayStation, and that's a bald-faced lie. Anyway, that's be that as it may, or however that phrase goes, the point is still that I appreciate y'all for likes, comments, subscribes. It's still, despite the fact that I haven't been uploading a lot this year. Thank you so much. Child, half the time I'd be like, shoot, I don't know if I'm coming back or not, but still, I do appreciate it. So listen, anyway, I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag. I was inspired to do this by the Bookish Bryants, which I'll leave a link to their channel down below. The originator of this tag, I believe, is Ariel Bissett, and I'll put a link to her channel down below, but everybody know who she is because she's like one of the superstar booktubers. But the point still is that you gotta, you gotta give folks their credit. The reason I want to do this tag is because, like, I haven't been uploading as much this year and talking about books. And child, listen, okay, like, I literally have been out in these streets swinging, out in these streets windmilling down these courses and getting them all knocked out. And I got like 2 weeks worth left. We're gonna have the holiday break, and then I'm going back. And let me tell you, I have the acute onset academic fatigue. Okay, baby, I am tired. I'm so tired that I'm doing my stuff earlier than I normally would, just to get it out the way so that I can relax throughout the week. But that aside, yeah, I'm almost done. And I said, well, let me try to take this moment to catch up with the people who normally watch my videos and have fun with me here. That's why I'm doing this tag. But let's get right to it. The first question is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? So when I read this question, or when I read this question, when I process and analyze this question, there is really one clear, singular book that comes to the forefront of my thoughts, and that is Light Seekers by his name, Femi Coyote. Femi. Well, anyway, he's a Nigerian writer. I was about to say actor. He's a Nigerian writer, and I don't think this is a part of the series, but it is a debut of sorts. It is the story of a Nigerian psychological investigator, or a professor, who is given this task of investigating this crime committed in this small Nigerian community where 3 students, college students, were all executed. It was presented on video, so there's that video evidence there, but in all of this slaying of these students, there's this conjunction between the college and some political figures within this community. And of course, it is up to this psychologist to figure out exactly what happened, what's the connection, who is the nefarious forces behind the murder of these 3 students. Yes, I've got this book when it first came out, around when it first came out in February. I maybe read about 80 pages, and then it just kind of swept to the wayside. There is no catalytic reason why. I can't define exactly or pinpoint what was it that drew me away. I don't even think it wasn't even a bad book. I was actually enjoying it, but maybe it was some of the academic work that I was about to approach that drew me away slowly. But I'm hoping that I can go ahead and get back to this book before the end of the year and finish it off, which, now that we spoke about it, I'm going to set it on my TBR pile. But Light Seekers is definitely there. So question number 2, I'm showing y'all, this is my old school composition book. These are all the notes I've been taking over the summer and stuff. And I'm telling you, by the end of the year, I'm going to spread some peanut butter on this thing and eat it. But the second question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Not really, but I will say this: when December arrives, because I've spoken of this before, because of it's cold, it gets dark early, this is like my most favorable time to indulge myself in reading cozy mysteries. It would be nice to read some more Monica Ferris. It would be nice to read some more Laurel Childs. It'd be nice to read some more, just a plethora of mystery writers or cozy mystery writers that I've always mentioned time and time again, year after year on this channel. I don't think that that's going to happen so much this year, and I do have a lot of new releases to catch up on. But as the gravy says, which I don't know where I'm going with this, but as the gravy says, you slop some, you eat some. I don't know. I'm making up stuff. But the point is that it's going to be what it's going to be this year. Okay, I got my hands full. So the third question is there a new release you're still waiting for? Thankfully, I am done with new releases. But the new release that previously came out on November 30th is Autopsy by Patricia Cornwell. Baby, when I tell you I have been waiting 5 long years, 5 finger foot, 5 feet foot long, 5 long years for Patricia Cornwell to come out with another Kay Scarpetta book. And when I say she came back, baby, she came back with Autopsy. She came back. She came back with Autopsy. This is Kay Scarpetta, Chief Medical Examiner, 25th outing. And she's going to be investigating this link between the murder of this scientist with the murder of two individuals in a space station. You know, what is the connection? What is the link? And it's going to be unfolded here in Autopsy. And I read this book. It did not take me long to read this book. And baby, like I said before, she came through on the 25th adventure. Now, I will say this. The ending was a cheat. It was a complete and utter cheat. But the progression for her getting there really was gripping. I absolutely love this book. So, yeah, I can't wait till next year, right? So number 4, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? I actually went to the library today just on a spur, and I checked out a copy of Wilkie Collins' The Woman in White. This summer I read Wilkie Collins' The Moonstone, which you probably can't see. Yes, The Moonstone. I read this summer because I took, like in July, I take a week off of work, like a whole week, and child, really all I do is read, which is what I love. But this book right here, baby girl, look. For all you mystery readers, this book right here, baby, when I tell you this book is the business, it's a little hokey, but when I tell you this book is the business, I mean that. If y'all want to fight me, we can go ahead and get to fighting and beefing in the comments section. But this book is the business. So I said I wanted to read The Woman in White before the end of the year, and I checked this copy out from my library. But I can tell you right now, I'll probably get about 50 pages in this, and I'll just buy my own copy. But it is what it is, right? And then I did check out Thomas Harris's Red Dragon, which of course is the prequel to The Silence of the Lambs. So those are at least 2 books that I hope to get through to for the end of the year. But look, it said 3, right? Okay, so if it said 3, why am I tripping? That's 3 right there, boo. That's 3 right there. We can go ahead and go right with that. Okay, so number 5, is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? That's, I mean, who knows? Like, that's really, I don't think that's that child, whatever. Like, I mean, I don't know. But I will tell y'all this, how I've been picking my books this year is I've been slacking up on buying books that I'm just putting on the shelves, and they stay in there for years. But what I've been doing is I play these little TBR kind of games with myself this year. Well, it's really not weird, but I will use an app, and I will go from one shelf to another because I got 6 shelves. So I'll go on shelf number 1, and I'll use an app and say, okay, 1 through 6, because there's 6 shelves, and I do a randomizer, and it'll say like shelf number 4. So I look on shelf number 4, and I'll see what are some unread titles on shelf number 4. I'll make a list of it, and then I'll plug those titles into a spin the wheel app. And then whatever it lands on, that's the book that I choose. Whether I finish the book or not, the point is to get it read. I try to not focus on what my mood is telling me. Maybe I'm in the mood for something else, and I still try to take on the book. But this has helped me so much cull down on my shelves. I have gotten rid of so many books this year alone doing it this way. Not going to the bookstores as much. Well, slowing down my purchases in the place. I get a coffee instead, okay, or a tea. And but yeah, some books that were so popular that I looked forward to reading, I found utterly boring. And I'm gonna actually, well, no, I'm not gonna throw that kind of shade at this book, but it's been a very helpful tool, and I'm going to continue to do this on into 2022 until I get a decent number of books down off my shelves. So the final question is, have you already started making reading plans for next year? There's 2 series that I want to completely be done with because I've been reading them for years. I want to finally finish reading Elizabeth Peters' Amelia Peabody series, a Egyptologist, Victorian era Amelia Peabody series. I want to finally finish that. I only have 5 books left in that series, and I think that I can go ahead and knock that out this year. Another series I want to finish reading is P.D. James's Adam Dalgliesh series. I've collected all of them so far, and I only got 7 more books left within that series to read. I want to go ahead and knock it out this year. So with that said, those are some hopeful series that I want to just completely finish next year. But on top of that, there's 3 series that I'm going to focus on getting through next year. I want to finish reading, I want to completely start and finish, because I haven't started yet, Liza Cody's series, which features a female private investigator on par with Kinsey Milhone as far as the releases. The difference is that Liza Cody released is British, and of course Sue Grafton, the author of Kinsey Milhone, is American. I want to read all of Chester Himes's series, the Ed Coffin series, and Ed Coffin, and I forgot the other one's name, but I want to read all of that series. And I want to read all of the Michael Nava books featuring his gay Latino defense lawyer. I want to finish those books as well. All of the books are pretty slim, so it won't take me a lot of effort to get through them. But anyway, that is it, guys. I'm done. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining. And as always, you can leave a comment and tell me what it is that you answer these questions for yourselves. And I will talk to y'all later, hopefully before the end of the year. Peace. I'm finna go read. I got to read something.